It's a Sunday. Sunday show. What you doing? Paste. There you go.
There's the chat.
There's the
Facebook.
link. If you're on Facebook, you're going to want to use that. So, you got the mouse.
Yes, I get the mouse there.
There we go. Oh, boy. Let's see. Just making sure.
Yep. Our mic is working.
It is working, I believe.
Yes, I just checked it.
Okay. All right. Our mic is working then. So there we go. We got through a Black Ops Sunday. We got that done. So.
Whoa. We would have been just fine, but no. Brian had to go and screw that one up for us.
Brian didn't want us to win. Although Brian did send it to us, so it was a pretty good fight. Zombicide gets pretty difficult.
Well, now that I know it has to be the whole team, maybe keeping them together a little bit more would be helpful. Yeah. I'm leaning back too far.
What are you doing? Leaning back too far?
Yeah, I'm trying to lean forward and lock my chair in.
There, move the chair.
There.
So, yeah, you guys will probably keep it short a little bit today just to get some things done. But, I don't know, during the week, Ashley's got a little bit of painting done. She didn't have much time. And
Hello, Charles.
hey, Charles, how are you, sir? We're glad you showed up. We won't keep you all too long today.
Well, I have the rest of that Zombicide Black Ops to do. Finish up my BB-8 I'm doing. Finish R2-D2. I have one more.
Oh, is this one here? Is BB-8?
Yeah, BB-8.
She's been painting him, so.
Termagret I have to paint. And then I'll be getting more of them, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday. There'll be 20 more of them.
One of those days, yeah.
And then everything else that Brian sent us.
Yeah, we want to thank Mini Warmut. He sent us some Zombicide stuff. So we did it today, and it was pretty good game. We thought we won, but somebody made a mistake. And that's okay. But we got 4 out of 6 survivors out.
And the robot.
Yep, and the robot, but we had to get them all, so. The game got ridiculously hard.
Well, when you can go and kill 4 at a time.
Yeah. Well,
it adds up real quick.
You had to have gotten.
For some reason, I was just rolling really good.
Kills, yeah. Yeah, she rolled really well, man. It was really, really good.
Well, it's nice when you could get, 4 or 5 or 6. And, be able to go kill things.
Whose cup do you got?
Mauling for Advantage.
Mauling for Advantage. Ashley's got Mauling for Advantage cup. So, yep, there you go. In case you guys join in or listen. But,
and there's the trader now.
Oh, no, it's Mini Warmut. No. She's, we get off the show. She's like, damn it, Brian had to make me double check and we lost. I'm like, well, we did pretty damn good. We got 4 out of 6 meatball sub. Oh, those are good. Enjoy your meatball sub, Mini Warmut. So that's the ones you want to eat. Those are good submarines. Well,
submarines?
Yeah, submarine sandwiches. That's what they call them. Right?
No one calls them submarines.
I just did.
I mean, unless you're going to be eating semen.
Oh, Ashley. No. No.
Anyway.
You've been hanging out with a few of the other guys on the channels too much. Huh?
Yeah, just a little. Blame it on Brian and Mythos.
Mythos does twist a few things, but that's why we like him. And the show just failed. Yeah, I guess.
Hey, it lasted longer than normal.
It's time to the show.
Before someone makes that kind of comment.
Okay. Just trying to figure out if you're making something bad or.
No, I meant the show. Usually it's Brian making some kind of joke like that.
So now she's trying to beat you to the punch, is what she's saying. Don't choke on the meatball sandwich. Well, hey, Charles, he says he found a decent brown for the goblins' clothes, helmets, and bows. Right on, man. If you find a good color, paint
Keep
away.
with it. That was my problems. Like when I painted all of the Skyrim pieces for our son, a lot of them had the same uniform. And I tried making, Greg bought me, I don't even know where they are, little bitty like bottles, sample bottles kind of, that I would make in. And
you'd make your own blends.
I never went and actually wrote them down. I started to like on the bottles, but then using them, it just kept erasing it. And then eventually I'm like, well, screw it. So.
Those were the little.
You got like 100 of them for $5 or $6.
Yeah, the
it
bag's
wasn't
here.
Very much.
It's here.
Is it here somewhere?
Yeah. But those will help too. The problem with that is, Charles, is if you mix this paint color and you go, "Oh, right, this came out great." Oh, how many drops of this did I use? How many drops of that?
Yep.
If you don't write it down as you're testing it, so when it comes out, you know what you had. You won't.
Well, with mine, you can't really do drops because most of mine were mixed with Sinville paints.
Yeah, you were just ad hocing paints.
So what I did was a clear bottle. I went, okay, about a quarter of a bottle was this color, a quarter of a bottle was this color, the rest of it was this color.
It worked though, if you can find the right paint. So now Ashley has some more Zombicide to paint.
Now, Brian, all the other ones you sent us, there are no cards whatsoever with those. How do you play with them?
Yeah, she's not sure what to do with them.
I mean, I have no problem painting them, but we wouldn't be able to use them. Or at least.
The green primer, plastic was gray. It's primer and paint. Lots of high-end paint won't work. Yeah, well.
We use Rust-Oleum is usually what we use, and it sticks to pretty much everything. Even what is that? The 3D filament.
Oh yeah. Anytime
well, grab BB-8 or not BB-8. R2-D2. He's behind my stack bag on the bottom of the desk.
Well, it's just a white
primer
as well.
That's literally just Rust-Oleum white primer.
But it's plastics white, and it's the high-end primer. It works really well, though. It'll make the color pop out on that one.
So that's basically what's the white is on BB-8.
It's better than paying like $12, $15 a can at the hobby store.
Yeah.
You pay $4 and hobby paint. Nutmeg brown. Actually, that nutmeg brown you have is nice, and I know what you're talking about in those 50 or 75 cent bottles. I've used that nutmeg brown on a lot of stuff. It works pretty good. But
Walmart paint.
Yeah,
Apple Creek or something like that.
Yeah, but it's a good color. Nutmeg brown's a good color.
We showed off my ones that I did, my Necron bases, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, we did. About when Brian was doing the trash train. We showed him what I did. And that's what I did. It was just basically the cheap Walmart, I think it was 50-cent black paint.
Yeah, it's a little more now, but it works pretty good for what you got to do on a lot of things. I mean, I do get picky on certain things, like my Star Wars Legion stuff. You guys have seen it. I'll use the paints for them. But for the most part, like those apes that I got, Charles, all those monkeys, I'm just going to primer them up and then we'll paint them because it's just going to be kind of a Planet of the Apes themed kind of game.
I don't know if we
generically
should prime
done.
them. We need to see how they paint first.
They're metal. I'd rather just get a good primer for them.
Yeah, they're so little I wouldn't, but they're yours.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't get it just right, and just say a little bit gets in one of the eye grooves or the face, you're never going to be able to do anything with them.
Well, because I rattle can it. I just stand back and give it a light coat. It goes on pretty light.
Yeah, we could try.
I do it on all the other ones, so I just prefer to use some sort of primer because I've found that even though it says you don't need to prime, paint will separate on the model as you're painting it starts to move away. So
I think, honestly, I haven't had that happen.
what can I say? The master painter hasn't had it happen.
No, I'm just saying, I never had it. I
Well,
don't
I have.
personally like priming. That's my opinion.
Okie dokie. Feisty now. She's feisty. But anyways, that nutmeg brown, that's a good color. You can get quite a bit of use out of it, Charles. And those paints will work pretty good, especially for doing buildings and stuff where you got to use a lot of volume. I don't want to sit there and spend a $5 pot of paint on a building. Of course, they would like you to, but and it works good too for like the MDF stuff. You get MDF and primer it inside and out of whatever it is, so that if you primer one side, the other side might get moisture in that wood. Just primer on both sides, and boom, you can paint it, texture it, whatever you want. Stuff comes out good too.
I want to say, who bought those ditches? The Space Marine ditches? You or Keegan? I can't remember now.
No, we did the ditches.
Yeah, or not ditches.
The walls. Yeah, they come in the kit.
The
in the one
two
box
walls, basically, pieces?
that you painted, yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
I
all
was painted,
Citadel.
no, the black was just that Walmart paint. The black paint.
I thought you used all the Citadel paint on that.
The detail, yes. But to do, instead of using the Abaddon black in just that little container.
Yeah, it was too much.
Yeah, I'd say I think we spray painted it gray, and then I took that black and just did the whole thing in the black.
I mean, however it works for you, man, is the best way to do it. So, I don't know. I know I've got to get back to this stuff, but that storm the other day threw us off. I was out till after 10:30 at night pulling trees out of the way with the company truck and a chain because they were on the road. A lot of damage to some of the houses right next to ours. I mean, we really got fortunate.
Well, it did bend our...
It messed with the skirting and stuff a little bit, but we got fortunate because nothing came down on us. We lost power for about an hour-ish, hour and a half.
Maybe at the most.
I think the whole complex, yeah.
As the power came back on before the storm was actually completely done.
But it's there's other things that have taken up. So, for instance, Saturday, I normally would have Saturday off. But because I work here, I ended up spending about 3-4 hours just out surveying damage on the newer homes, too. And then fixing things what I can fix. And then tomorrow, I get to do all the incident reports, one for each and every single house. And I have several pages on a tablet. So my day tomorrow is going to be fun. So it just boils up to didn't have a lot of time this weekend to actually get much of anything done other than...
Well, I mean, we did game.
We gamed. I'm not saying no. I'm talking about like Saturday. The day seemed to be gone.
Oh, yeah. Saturday, we were
By the time
still
we were
moving
done,
trees and going through all the houses. But we did go over to Crystal's and Keegan's last night, and they have, what is it called? Redneck?
Yeah, we played Redneck Life,
Yeah.
which was...
Ghetto.
Yeah, but
That's all I
funny.
can say is just straight up ghetto.
It's funny, though, because, it depends on whoever has the most teeth left. You lose teeth for certain things. Like,
Yeah, Greg won.
my guy was driving and decided to,
Pick
use
his teeth with the pocket knife.
pick my teeth with a pocket knife, and I hit a pothole. So it's like life, the game Life, with a bunch of screwed up stuff, and
Yeah.
it's funny though. I mean,
You turn around and literally just keep adding kids.
Ashley ended up with 24 kids, and her career was a mud wrestler.
No, it became a carny.
But you ended up being a carny.
Yeah.
When you changed careers. So.
Actually, what's funny is if I didn't get that card, because Crystal landed on that one, which would have paid me a bunch, and I would have been able to go and probably win the game, even with that many children. But like towards the end of the map or on the map, there's one that's what you go to the casino and then CPS basically comes and takes all
It
your
takes
children.
your kids because you leave them in the car. It's just.
But the thing is, at the end, how the scoring, you want those children.
Yeah. It's called Redneck Life. We got it at the auction out there at.
It's interesting.
Doing March to Victory, but it's just. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's all based on corny kind of stuff. I mean, the names are corny, and your job descriptions, your houses, and for
Cars.
instance, a double wide mobile home is 2 single wide mobile homes where they built a plywood walkway between.
It was a single, double, single home.
Yeah. So that's where you could have used a lot of nutmeg brown right there too. Charles is painting some of the homes. And your cars were just ridiculous. One's a outhouse with a bicycle, and it's a 1-seater, obviously. So yeah, it's an interesting game.
Yep. You basically go through college. You have to the first, I think 12 rolls or 12 spots is you have to stop and then go and roll and see what grades you graduated from and what your job is.
Yeah. So it'll keep you going, but it's really a kind of a strange game. So we did have fun doing that. It's just been an odd week for us.
What?
So yeah, it's just been weird that way. Just oddball stuff. So this week, hopefully we can get back to being focused on what we're going to do and get some more done. So thank you for sticking around earlier when we did the game. I know it drags out sometimes, so next week we'll do something different.
I think Keegan wanted to try. Next week I'll have all my other guys. So
does he want to do boarding action? But does he want to do boarding action?
No, because I wouldn't be able to do boarding action. I don't believe.
Maybe we should just throw down a old school game of tanks like we used to and get that done.
No, we were talking about Star Wars. That's
We
I
could
think
do
what we
that
were
too.
planning on doing.
Well, why don't we do X-Wing?
Yeah.
Maybe
we
we'll
have to
just do X-Wing
basically
next
try
weekend.
to play it once and figure out how to do the Force.
Well, we don't have to even. We could just play the old school one. But you could upgrade it. That's what I got all the stuff for.
Well, you have ships that uses the Force.
Pilots, yeah. Pilots with the new Force abilities.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I
it would
don't
work.
believe any of mine actually have it.
They might.
Oh, Boba Fett, baby.
No.
But I don't believe any of my old ones have it.
You have to go through the cards in that box and see and match them up.
Yeah.
Just takes time, but like everything else. So yeah.
Well, if we take the cards that are in the box with the actual ships, instead of even touching those other ones, and just play it old school, yeah. Or first generation, I guess it'd be.
Yeah, X-Wing's a fun game, man. I like
it can
it.
either go really quick or take forever.
No, we just do a couple ships each. Don't make it no big battle if we're gonna do it live. Just like 2 ships each or something, and it'll be quick. I think the problem with some of the games like today is it can be over with in a few minutes. We've done that where in just a couple rounds you're dead. You've lost. Other times like today, just kept killing and killing and killing on the zombies. But then
we
again,
got those 2 guys out, pretty quick. I think within the first 12.
But technically, if it says escape with all survivors, as soon as the first guy died, that would have been game over. Mini Wormwood's building the minis he received. Oh yeah, you got a ton of them, dude. So just start working on building them. And I bet your work kicks your butt because of all the heat out there. So it has been over 100 here every day in the heat index wise, and muggy as crap the last.
The highest
week.
it got temperature-wise, I think was 102. Just that one day.
Yeah, but then you have the heat index made it feel like it was 112 or something
Yeah.
like that. It said 110.
So I mean, I've gotten so used to not being in that kind of weather anymore. I don't even know how Minnie's doing it.
Oh, out there in Arizona.
Yep.
But it's a dry heat, man. It's a dry heat.
Oh my
right?
God.
What?
Right now, I wish we probably did have the dry heat. The humidity is what sucks. Go outside and you just are drenched. So nasty.
It's kind of cool. You just set your coffee cup outside and leave it, and after a while, there's water in it. Fistful of lead supplement tells of horror rules. Oh, okay. Is it like scary? Am I going to be scared, sir? Either way, it's hot, and you know what? Either way, you're right, anymore. It all depends, man. I mean, we're joking about the dry heat, but it's just crappy either way. Nobody likes to be out in the heat. When you're trying to work outside, it's difficult at best.
And Brian never answered my question.
Oh, Brian, what was that? Oh,
those new miniatures that he sent us.
Where the cards are, we'll have to try to find them, I think. You've been thinking of wanting to use stone what? Top of the graves with headstones. Try one and see how it goes, Charles. I mean, if it works out, see if you like it. If not, like use tacky glue or something where you could remove it. See if you like it. Your graveyard's looking pretty good, though, from what I've seen. I watched your... Huh?
Grails? I'm so lost.
But yeah, his graveyard's looking pretty cool.
Yeah,
if you guys haven't checked it out, go look at Charles' channel and look at it. It's pretty nice. And it helps with the games you're doing, too, because you do a lot of imaginative type of games.
These are all like RPGs, right?
He kind of does his own
Or he creates his own.
Yeah. So, I think it was Taylor, and I haven't talked to Taylor for a while. He pops on and on once in a while, whenever Canada lets him get through, I guess. And he was telling me one day where to find armored up squirrels, and that's what I've been looking for, but I haven't been able to find them. And 15 millimeter, because I would buy the armored squirrels. Why not? What you doing? Oh, you gonna try and look? But there was a website he told me, and I think I went and wrote it down. I have no idea what I did with it or where it's at, or it's just one of those things where I don't know, a change of pace, I guess, something a little different. But you don't have to look it up now, Oh, don't worry about it then, Mini Worm. If you're trying to respond to Ashley's question, YouTube won't let you respond. It's probably the way you're wording it. That's cool. Just send it in Messenger if you can. If you know, just send it in Messenger so we know what to do with them. That's all. Or where we can find the information. No. You don't got to keep trying, man. Just Messenger will work. Messenger will work better. Check the... Uh-oh. By the time you hear me, the delay, you'll already have been typing it out, probably. Check the Z site. Okay. You have to check their site then, Ash. Okay. She will try that. We'll see what we can find. Oh, I want one of those. What? $29 delivery? That's crazy.
No tax, but $30 in delivery charge.
The delivery charge is stupid.
Search for the survivor name and
Their dashboard. Okay.
What would be their dashboard?
Your card. The thing that holds your cards. Your dashboard. It holds the pegs, the cards.
Oh.
That's called the dashboard. So their card. It'll show up. Okay. We'll have to do that then. We'll try that and see how that works. Thank you, sir. It looks like, oh man, I can't even type, can I? Thank you, is what, sir, I'm trying to say. And why is my phone? Turn that off. Sorry about that. You're not that savvy. We'll figure something out. At least if we can write the stats down, that'll work too. That's something you can do later, Ash.
What? Write the stats?
No,
yeah.
just looking up the stats and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, as long as we have them to play with, that's all it's going to matter. But so far, so good. So it was interesting today's game, though, Mini Wormut. It was. And there's a ton of missions with Zombicide. It looks like there's multiple ones with each game. So we'll have to figure it out. Ashley got rid of so many so fast it jumped her in the red. We were just bombarded constantly.
Yeah, at least we don't have to get 2 or 3 of the abominations at once.
Charles says he's gonna set up a few and try to record, see how they look. Yeah, we still lost. You're right. No, you
Stop bringing that up, damn it!
You're okay. But we got out with 4. Although technically we didn't have to do anything as soon as the first guy died. If you have to get out with all survivors, then as soon as the first one dies, that's it. You've lost the game. There's not a point of going forward. And she thought it read.
I didn't completely read it because I was trying to do it last freaking minute.
Yeah, so she didn't see all survivors. Otherwise, we could have ended the game.
Said. I thought it said survivors. After you collect everything, get the survivors to the exit. Well, that's what we did.
Yeah, except, yeah. So on the upside, though, we got to play it, and she painted some stuff in it already, so it was a good deal. And Zombicide's interesting, man. It's an addictive game.
We have all the Xenos painted, or I have them all painted. So having the one Xeno not painted was irritating me all like no other.
Yeah, that's because you had most everything painted, and then it took forever, Mini Wormut, to get any of the moths. We just never. We drew the card late in the game.
Towards the end.
Towards the end. But then again, we ran out of those flingers once, and I could see where you need more than one.
But the thing is, you're supposed to move them forward. Now, with how we ran out of them, I don't know if technically are we supposed to not put any of them up and just move the next ones up forward, or?
Well, they would do an extra action, so I would assume if they had to move, they moved. If they could shoot at you, they'd shoot at you. Because if they can fling up to 3 zones, that's not good. But yeah. Any zombies run out, you advance what's on the table. So if they're in a square with you or the zone, they're going to bite you. If there's nothing there, they're going to move forward, whatever their movement is. And if they can shoot at you, they're going to shoot at you. The one with the train that Clint has was fun too. Man, it just slips my mind for the second. But that was an interesting one too. Oh, it's in the rule book if you read it correctly, Ashley.
I haven't actually gone and actually gotten and read it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. She needs to read it.
Here we go. I found one.
What did you find?
Squirrel Ranger with daggers.
What?
That's the only website I can find.
Armor cast.
And there's a bunch of other like little creatures. You got ferrets and okay, we'll do it this way. Blame it on Greg. I'm the one painting all the miniatures. He could have read the rule book.
Yeah, I could have. Jeez.
That or, you know.
This is an interesting little site. Kind of keep that.
I can send it to one of us.
It's 28 millimeters.
Oh,
so
it's 28?
yeah,
Okay, so it'd be big.
That's all right. Well, I was looking for the 15 millimeter, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. He could be a giant squirrel that they have to conquer or some kind of crazy thing. I guess I can let my imagination out. It kind of scares me because it's been locked up for a while. So now I'm going to let it out and see what happens. Never know. I just have to be careful. Badgers and burrows. That game looks cool. I don't know. I'd have to look at that. Our game store has a bunch of weird games. One has to do with throwing a burrito at each other, and
so I can get the STL
weird.
file, but we need to get Keegan to get his screen fix.
Oh yeah, his screen on the resin printer is broken. There's a lot of interesting games out there that are kind of weird though. That we could look at. I'm telling you, the one we played last night, it sounds dumb, but it was fun. Keegan got it pretty cheap at the auction. Oh, Mini Wormut says, look up badgers and burrows. Actually, the animals are cute. Was that them?
I don't know, but that's another website that has says 75 points.
I want these.
Hold on, let me see if I can find a price on them.
Yeah, she found some too. Yeah, we'll have to look it up and see because if it's got little animals and cute things in it, that turn on you.
They're 28 millimeter.
Yeah. And then Mini Wormut, you're one that kind of takes cute things and turns it around. You got Christmas trees that kill you, presents that come after you, some pretty terrifying things that you can put in your games. What you trying to read?
Well, I'm trying to get this sent over to you so that way we have it. All right.
Well, we'll figure
Are we
something
looking
out.
up badgers and burrows?
Yeah, badgers and burrows. She'll look it up. She'll see what she can find.
If my phone decides to work.
No, it's not going to work.
No, it's putting letters not where I want them. Badgers and burrows minis.
It's got to be interesting. Actually, Charles, you come up with all these figures. There's got to be some places you know of that have oddball stuff that you could share with us one of these days, if you happen to know. Because Charles has some pretty cool stuff he comes up with. Did you find them?
It's burrows and badgers, a skirmish game.
Skirmish game, yeah. Uh-oh. Might be something.
It's only
for the
one
kids.
picture,
No,
but that might just be the book.
Well, it's probably what's going to have a rule book.
It's not a set.
So it's not a set. Is it a Mini Warmut shelves with odd stuff, Charles says. Um, Mini Warmut doesn't have just shelves. I think Charles, he has his own shop at this point, which is good.
Yeah, the only thing I can find is this. That's it. No pictures. I'm assuming that's just a rule book.
It is. It's a book only. You can buy it used. It's an Amazon book. It's a tabletop skirmish game set in the ancient realm where mice, badgers, toads, and other animals wield swords and wear armor and cast magic spells. Your tabletop becomes the kingdom of Northrend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like Reaper stuff that has little squirrels and badgers.
It looks like a book to set you up so you can go gaming with it. But something like that would be interesting too. But you're going to be busy for a while there, Mini Warmut. You got a ton of building to do. And yeah, we thank you for what you sent us. We appreciate that a lot.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and it's fun to play with. So I don't know, man. You've got a lot of work you've got to do though. What you looking at now?
Timu.
Oh no! Stop looking at stuff like.
No. Okay, so for like $5.50, you can get 20 little tiny frogs.
And what are you supposed to do with the frog? I guess you could send them out as like attack frogs.
Okay. Here's for $2, 12 pieces of little bunny rabbits.
She's gonna build her own.
For $1.50. It's cats riding rubber duckies. Riding pink rubber duckies.
All right, so somebody, I'm not sure what they smoked for their lunch, but that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I don't know. That's some odd stuff.
Swallows.
You generally don't see cats riding a duck, but I don't know the way things go these days. Who knows?
Otters, birds.
She's just gonna keep going now. So yeah, I don't know.
Panda bears.
I want to find something that's ready to go so we can do a little bit of our own skirmish kind of game. But it's still catching up with the other stuff. And the 6mm stuff I was watching Todd.
I need about $20 because I can get 500 little baby duckies. I'm going to put them everywhere.
No. Todd from Wardrobe Plays World War II, he was, I seen his video the other day with his 6mm Soviet stuff. And that's, the 6mm stuff's kind of cool too, armor wise. I don't know about painting the people like I've said before, but the armor stuff, it irritates me. It's just sitting here and I've got, boxes of these tanks. And
we need to finish one thing off, and I still have a whole big pile over there to finish.
I know. We gotta get. Well, we were doing good. We were on a roll, and then boom. And you know how that goes. You're on a roll, and you're getting stuff done, and then all of a sudden you can't get nothing done. And that happens.
All right, here's the figures for that game.
Oh, she found the individual figures. Okay. Yeah, the animals are cute. These are all in euros.
Well, it's only be a couple dollars.
All right, you're right, Mini Warmut. They got some interesting little characters, and wow, there you go. Yeah, it's at HS Warren Miniatures in the UK has them. Yep, little tiny miniatures. So that works. So you're right, Mini Warmut. They're there. I just don't know where we'd put really anymore, anyways. At some point, we've got to just.
Well, if you can't tell, right above my head, I have both boxes there.
That's
The
on the
very,
side.
very top is the Xeno expansion pack next to them. And then the doors are up there, and those little trays are up there. That's all our Zombicide stuff.
That's not all of it, is it?
That is all of it.
Where was the?
Oh, and then the box that still needs to be painted are sitting over there.
Yeah.
I gotta find a place to put. Well, I gotta get Keegan's done. That'll move most of that stuff over, and we can put all the other stuff up there.
We'll just have to do something other with the shelves, but I don't want to walk in the door.
I think what we need to do is get another of the black bookshelf, basically.
Yeah. Otherwise, if I put other shelves up, I'm gonna walk in a door, turn the corner, and walk into
Beat
a
yourself,
shelf.
yeah. You didn't even notice that was up there. It's just barely.
Well,
right
I had
above
it
your
over
head.
on the other shelf. I wouldn't have known till you told me you moved it. As far as I know, it wasn't moved. See, so I would have had to try to find where it was at. But you know, if she moved it around, she moved it around. It works as long as it's put away and you can find it. Who cares? Oh, and Wormut's typing. He's getting something. What are you getting, Mini Wormut? You're getting blocked by YouTube.
How so?
Well, I don't know. Try not to. Don't worry about sending anything that might be popping up their AI or whatever, because their AI is kind of crazy on stuff. Uh-oh. What's it not accepting, Mini Wormut? So just be careful what you type. That's all I can say, because that's just the way it kind of goes today. I don't know. Like people, some of the stuff that gets blocked is chat replies. Wow. So. Huh. It's like if I say hello. Brian. Oh, try that. You might have to log out and log back in. Or maybe just reset it, your whatever you're using so it can update.
Here's a mission we can try, babe.
What?
Off of Invader Box. It says Cole's Obsession.
What?
It is literally just Cole. Out of the Invader Box, the guy that has the coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just him.
He goes it alone? Yeah, but if he only has 3 actions, he won't ever make it. Yeah, there has to be something else he can do, more actions or something. Because if he just has the 3, he's going to be done. I mean, getting the actions is good. It's just... all right. Let's see if Mini Wormut can get back and reply. I don't know. YouTube is what it is. So, but hopefully he can get back on. So in the meantime, Charles, hopefully you can get your things accomplished that you want to. Sometimes it takes a bit to get things done, but you know, when you do, you do. For instance, I really need to get back to my Star Wars stuff. That is all I can say. Because I need to try to do that. What are you doing? Ash.
It says Brian. He said, "Yeah, YouTube blocked my responses. All I was trying to tell you guys, check out Reaper Miniatures
Huh, that's why it's trying to block that.
because it's yeah."
Yeah, we have used quite a bit of the miniatures from that company, and their stuff is pretty good. And the Bone series we've used quite a bit of. Um, you painted a lot of little figures out of those. They're in a
I
box.
still have them somewhere.
They're in a box somewhere because I was gonna sell them for $5. You got upset or something?
Right now, go for it. If you could sell them, sell them. This means I can go and get more miniatures.
Yeah, and they're not too expensive, anyways.
No, see up here.
YouTube.
You're like they're like, what they run depending on the size you get from like $3 up to, well, the one I want is like $80-something. That big dragon.
Well, some of it is. Yeah, Mini Warmont, they are, because really the miniatures are pretty good that you're talking about. We've gotten enough of them. Uh-oh. But they're pretty good miniatures, and the Bone series paints are pretty good. Actually, I bought 2 sets of those.
Yeah, and they came with like 3 figures, a paintbrush, which I don't think I have the paintbrushes anymore.
But they were
a bunch of paint. Here, hold on.
It's underneath
no.
They were down there.
Here. Paint.
Well, where's your case? Though?
They're down there, buried. There's the paint.
Well, for instance, this is the Bones paint, which is dragon's blood, and then you guys have seen her figure.
Yep, that's the red.
That's how the red comes out.
There. Here's just an empty box.
But they come in kits like this. So Bone series has a kit how to paint, like layering up, blending, glazing, and all that.
Here's 4 skills.
Then it will come with paints, 11 paints, 2 brushes, and 3 miniatures. And they usually run about $30. That's what I first got her started with. They're still about $30. And carry case with a foam insert, and it holds all the paints. So those are a pretty good deal. You get a pretty good variety of paints and some textures. If you have to respond like that, then that's ridiculous, Mini Warmont. So if you got to respond that way. And Charles, if you're going to do a quick video, do a quick video. Put it up and we'll watch it. See what's what.
I thought I had the little booklets that went with them, but I guess not anymore.
I don't think so.
Oh, excuse me.
And but those kits are pretty cool. They come with the booklets and all sorts of stuff to get going. It's pretty fun.
Well, the booklets in it actually tells you, okay, you do this first, then you do this with this color paint, and it gives you those color paints. So, I mean, a lot of my actual techniques came from starting with those, and then a little bit of what Greg's done, and then I've kind of just gone my own and, screwed up some miniatures, but, you say screw it and just redo it.
So, Mini Warmont, you got the Reaper Pirates case? All right. I didn't know about that. I'll have to look for that because I like piratey stuff. And they're having a convention too. I wanted to looky there, a breakthrough. Yeah. Wow, I was kind of just dogging you for a bit then, Brian, and trying to make sure you were going to be good and not say anything it didn't like. Pirates of Dargenspire, uh, Dragonspire. Huh. They have some really cool stuff though, so it's just they're pretty good to buy from. And they got a variety too on their miniatures. It's not like you're stuck with just a handful of miniatures. They literally have a bunch you can choose from. Is that you looking at now?
Mm-hmm.
The pirate ones. They let you type pirates. Yay! Pirates. Good grief. It changed it on you. Look at that. No. Sometimes, man, lately, and I'm not joking, I'll sit there and purposely type something and it'll change it. I have to purposely retype it maybe 2 or 3 times for it to stay the way I want to say. Um, I'm getting to where I hate that with the phone. Or you talk to it and it literally puts in what it thinks you're supposed to say. We know what you mean now. Did you find them, Ash? Kind of, sort of. Every modeler needs one of these.
No, pirate case. I mean, you could just type in pirates on miniature or Reaper miniatures.
Yeah.
But
well, we'll find them. It's okay.
Because I mean, there's like 128 figures.
Well, that's quite a bit. I mean, but that company does make a lot of miniatures. Yeah. And they did have
boarding party,
their company
crew
name.
Party, rum runners.
Rum runners?
That's what it's called, skeleton rum runners.
Hey, in the piratey age, if you had skeletons, Anchor, that would be a skeleton crew.
Pirate Run Rummer, there's another one. Catfolk, Duelists, ReaperCon. I mean, there's just a bunch.
Well, they're having a convention that you might want to go to, Ash.
There's ReaperCon?
Yeah, they actually have a convention every year. You go check out the miniatures and the paints. You could go, and I would give you a whole $5. You could just spend it all if you want.
So take all the cards.
What? Take all the cards? No, you can't do that. You remember when you thought you were going to pay your bills, Greg? Nope. Oh, I don't know. All I know is it's been a long weekend, you guys. Hopefully your guys' weekend has been good. Poor minute.
I think we missed it.
What? Well, yeah, I think so too. It's over, but they do it every year. We are going to do the...
Yep. The 14th of July.
Pardon me. Yep, 14th of July, you said?
I believe
That's what I said. I mean, if we missed it, we missed it. But we're already signed up for February of next year for GameCon. So Gamers of Coffee will be doing GameCon there at the hotel here in town. We already got it set up with by the owners there. So we're going to go do that, figure out what to take, and go for 2 days and maybe do incremental things. Like I said, we did the Aliens game, which we still have to get set up with Jeff at some point and do that.
Oh, no, we haven't. August 31st through September 3rd.
Where's it at though?
Texas.
In Texas. Okay, well.
Dayton, Texas.
Okay, so.
Denton.
Oh, are you really? That would be very cool. I will, Brian. I will make sure that
we're there.
Well, we're going, but I'll make sure Keegan knows, and he'll get an extra special dance lessons in for you. So that's cool that you'll be able to get there because you'll like it. It's a small kind of place, and it's and if Keegan gets on your nerves, they got a bar too. You can just go over and drink.
That's the newest one Reaper's releasing. That's their newest character they're releasing.
Alrighty then.
It's a dual character. So you get the otter and then that character.
Some people got time on their hands. I don't know if it'll show. There you go.
That is the newest Reaper that's being released.
Okay. Looks like the otter is going to have to do some work. Yeah, so if you're already getting oof, Charles already put up a 28-second video. Okay.
Yeah, I saw it popped up on mine.
We will look at that as soon as we're done, Charles. And or you could look at it if you want to.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Where'd it go?
Oh, okay. So wait. So we're not. It won't be at the same. It won't be at the same location then. Okay. Double the rent. It was just one of those like. Yeah, double the rent. Okay.
Wow.
So if it's going to be in a different building, then that will be interesting. Do you know if they've already found out if there's another building? Or are they just kind of looking? They got a little bit of time, but actually not a whole lot before. I mean, it's already going to be August in 2 more days, so. Not yet. Well, the problem is the rents trying to do something like that is going to be with the floor space. I don't know. They might have some old, I would look at closed shopping centers or closed stores and see if you could just rent that for 2 days. Because it might be cheaper, and you'd have all that floor space. That would just be an idea. I don't know. But good luck. Hopefully they get some space there because where they had was okay. It was a little small, but it was good enough for what they were at the volume they had. And it was located especially right next to coffee and stuff, man, and food. Plus they had food there, so yeah.
So, Charles, I personally wouldn't. I don't know. What do you think? Yes or no on those? Basically, the grapes. What
ahead,
I would do would get some styrofoam and glue that down, make little mounds, and then I would glue it down and then put a little bit of glue on top of it to kind of seal off the actual styrofoam that you can basically paint. Then you can kind of put grass grass tufts, the tuffing. What?
Yeah, just you could put down the scenic stuff, whatever you want.
And do something like that. That's what I would personally do.
Mini warm up. Well, it might be that because you've taken it to another level, they're trying to take advantage of your stardom and then announce that you'll be there. You could just literally charge for autographs to help cover your expenses. I would try that and see. Why not? I mean, but if you can make it, you make it there. Tell them if they want to move it to Iowa. I could look out here for some cheap places. Probably get a barn, have some fires.
Lindale, where they have that last game con.
Yeah.
Because that's, well, it goes from car
No.
dealership, it's done
See,
Halloween Express.
They don't want to drive too far on their end. They want to keep it local on their end. So
I think it was at what? Sears?
yes.
I
There
believe.
was a Sears building. But that's what I'm saying. You could look for it. Needs to be around people, Greg. Yeah.
Hey now.
There's about 170,000 people here in Cedar Rapids. So yeah, there's people. I think Hiawatha is up to 10 now that we moved out here. But yeah.
It's alright. I still gotta talk Greg and take me up to Des Moines.
Why?
We gotta have money.
For what? Why do you want to go to Des Moines? Warhammer World?
Yeah, I need my miniatures.
Oh yeah, Warhammer World.
Because our local stores don't have any of them.
Well, they do. They just get bought up.
Again, they don't have any.
Well, they'll find a place, maybe Wormwood, I'm sure. Because it's just going to be what they're going to have to pay for it. It is the city. It is. It is the big city, man. There's a lot there. I believe it's the capital too.
Of Iowa, yeah.
Yeah. So they'll figure it out either way. They'll get there, and be interesting to see what they come up with. And then we'd have to kind of know where. So hopefully they find something soon, because
so we
I want to get a hotel room, but I don't want to get it, an hour from there or something. Or it depends where they're going to be, because they may not even be able to find anything in that same town. It might have to be adjacent to them or something. Who knows? There's deals floating around though for renting things out just for a couple days, so they could probably do that. But it's interesting that the rent simply just doubled. Like, oh well, we're just gonna double it, and that's.
Well, does like the city hall have like a convention area?
The Marriott, yeah,
Yeah, I'd say that's where ours is gonna be.
When we go to GameCon in February, it's at the Marriott. Now the Marriott was just bought, but the new company that's taking over is keeping all the gaming convention and all the convention contracts for the next few years. So a hotel like the Marriott obviously has convention areas for that. They could probably rent that out. I don't think that's going to be too terribly expensive. Depends on what they were getting at.
Space for,
because wasn't it like a VFW kind of.
I was gonna say, what about like an Elk Lodge or a VFW?
That's kind of something like what they were doing. But because Mini Wormut's going to be there, they have to adjust for the influx of followers that will be there too. I mean, Charles says grass tufts will be installed last. Yep. That's the last thing you do is put the grass in. But, you're staying at the Marriott? Well, that's why you want to be there. Why don't you call the Marriott then and ask them, hey, what's the cost to run a convention area there? This is what we're going to do. And see what they say. And, hey, you might be able to No Roach Hotel. Might be able to just simply go, right downstairs. Yeah, the hotels we got were, me and McMurray was pretty scary, man. I mean, yeah. The last time though, Crystal took care of getting a hotel, so it wasn't as bad. I tried to go cheap, and boy, it was like didn't want to touch the floor. Looked like they pulled the body out with the big blood stain. Had the little stove. Everything was rusted on it, and you were afraid to open a refrigerator, even though you have a tetanus shot. It's one of those. Yeah, and then McMurray's experience apparently was no better that first year either. So, but earlier this year we had a pretty nice place. if you're taking a 3,000 miles, it's not 3,000 miles from Arizona to there.
No.
But yeah, if you're going to take a trip, then you may as well. The styrofoam will probably work for you, Charles. It might.
Well, I mean, you only need very
easier.
little. You can kind of shape it however you want. You just take a razor blade to it.
Might be easier to get around. But hey, if you got a room at the Marriott, that's cool. But what are you going to do though, Mini Warm-Up, if they can't find anything? Because I mean, really, the where they're at on that street, as busy as it was with all the other businesses, because I think it was like I want to say it's like a VFW hall or something like that. I really can't remember. But if it's one of those kind of places, then it would be cheap compared to other commercial real estate. So they may have to get something out a little bit out of the way too. Just depends on if they can find an owner who wants to rent something out that they got for the weekend. So 1,207 miles away. If you just maintain an average speed of 100 miles an hour, it's about working a 12-hour shift with a lunch. So you should be okay. You just do it that way. So I know, like, from where I'm at, back to California, where I was, about 1,700 miles. And I did that in a day and a half drive. Drove all day the one day.
I drove about 18 and a half.
And drive the next and was there. But you can fly too, Mini Warm-Up, if you want to treat yourself. Just fly and, or take a train or something, if they take a train that way. Get off the train, grab yourself a rental car, go to the hotel, open the door, throw your luggage down and go, I made it. I finally made it. What's that noise? And the closet door opens and Keegan jumps out in a bath towel. Hi, Brian.
As
there
it
you
drops.
go. And that will be your surprise stay. No, because Mini Warm-Up's going to look for him to like pop out of a cake, not his closet.
Or out from under the bed.
Oh my God.
Peekaboo!
Peekaboo, Brian. Ah! It wouldn't work that good. Anyways, yeah. The reason we get the rental car for the trip is it's a little tight for us to do it, but my thinking is, if I take my personal car and it breaks down and I'm 5-6 hours away, I cannot afford to tow it back, or what happens if your transmission goes out? We wouldn't have the money to do that. So for us, the rental car makes no sense. He doesn't want to add
that kind of mileage to his own vehicle.
Yeah, and you wouldn't. Why do it to your own vehicle? The rental car is no big deal.
Yeah, you just find one that has limited miles.
Yeah, be careful. A lot of them will have these good deals. You look and they've got limited miles. You want one that says unlimited miles. If you get that, you're good.
Because if it's 1,200 miles, round trip would be a 1,400 or 2,400 mile trip. Plus, say even add another 100 miles to stopping out of the way, kind of thing. Both ways or 200.
Yeah.
Depending on where your hotel is compared to the conference too. So you're probably looking 3,000 miles. Probably at the max.
You can always get yourself one of those new cars that supposedly drive themselves.
I wouldn't trust that.
There's only been a few accidents. Not too many drivers were killed, so I don't know. I personally wouldn't trust it, but could try it. But either way, however you get out there, Mini Warm-Up, that'll be cool to see you out there. And if anybody else out there is listening can go, that would be cool too.
Yep.
For us, it's just a matter of saving.
He's not that far. He can go and drive and get Charles.
Well, Charles is in California.
Okay, again, he's not that far, only a few hours.
He'd have to go backwards.
So?
And then forwards.
So? And then bring Charles out too.
Maybe Centerville. If you come out here somewhere in Iowa, Brian, and let us know where you're at when you're going to get here, we could probably meet you somewhere. You're not driving, Miss Daisy. Yep. You can You could do that. We would meet you somewhere. There you go, Charles. 6 hours. Just, you know what I found out? Anything that has to be done at my work, I'm always told it's only going to take 40 minutes, Greg. So I'd say your drive will only take 40 minutes. Whatever you're doing, it's 40 minutes. If it's over, you just don't worry about it. You just kind of let it go. Yeah, San Diego is a 6 hour trip. Not from, well, wait a minute. San Diego, yeah, it might not be too terribly far from there. I'd have to look that up. What you could do, Charles, is we'll have to get you out there too. You get out of your place and come out and say hi. Where does it courier? It is from Gilbert to San Diego. Well, there you go. If that's not bad, then mini warm-up. So 6 hours there. Grab Charles, get some breakfast. 6 hours back to where you started. Get a nap or two, a little bit, and then do the other 1,200 miles. It might be pushing it a bit, but you can swap off. See? That's an idea. Anyways, it'll be good to see you out there. What are you trying to do there, Ash?
It'd be about a 4-hour trip if he goes out to Shanda? Whatever.
San Diego?
No, from us.
There you go, Charles. Oh.
Bordering.
So if you're coming out this way, mini warm-up, then you would be about, is it almost 4 hours drive?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Centerville will be a little bit closer, about 2.5. About 2.5 hours.
So we could probably meet you out that way, maybe.
There's nothing in Centerville.
I haven't been out there. I don't think. I can't remember. You had several trips out to Southwest Phoenix, the college area, about 6 hours. I don't know if Charles, he's saying if you want to pay for it all, then, And I'm sure mini warm-up will keep the cost down. Probably nothing flashy. Maybe just like a Cadillac Escalade with some gold spinners and a little bit of bling. Newsflash. Nothing in Iowa. Smart ass. Well, I guess in Centerville, there are some towns that if you blink, you go through them.
Yeah, basically.
Charles has no money. He's trying to pay off his credit cards after all the games and miniatures he bought. Yeah.
Wow, I say Brian should know that one.
Yep. Well, priorities, you guys. Priorities. That's what you gotta do. If you gotta pay your games off, I'm just trying to pay off debt so I can buy more games and create my own debt, just a different kind of debt. Because, I mean, if you're gonna be in debt, why not be in debt for miniatures? Why be in debt for other stuff? But we know how that goes, man. Just got to be able to pay things off. Charles says every time he thinks about going back to visit fellow gamers or family on a train, he hears about a train derailment. Except for if you notice, all these train derailments were like chemical trains. For some reason, they just all crashed over water. Hey, go figure. But they weren't Amtrak trains. Yeah, credit cards are not good unless you need them. Cash is, or the best way to pay things off is just to pay for it. If you have to get it on credit, it can always bite you. Yep. On the other hand, sometimes you can't get around it, man. But if you can, that's the way to do it. No debt is the best way to go. Uh-oh, Ashley, looks like you're zoning back there.
No, I don't know where I stuck my glasses, so I'm squinting to see.
Oh,
I thought I had them in here. They might be in the back room.
I don't know.
I have like 3 pairs, and I don't know where any of them are.
Speaking of which, I just have the one. Yeah, credit cards are good for emergencies. I agree. You got to have something for a backup. But Charles says Mini War Money has only bought 1 game this month. That's good. I've not bought any. I think I just gotta keep up with what I got. Is all. So I don't know, you guys. It'll be fun though. Mini Wormut. They'll find a place and it'll be a good time. And this time I'm gonna stay longer, and this time I'll remember to bring my map. I think getting all the way out there and forgetting my map sucked, because that just sucked.
All 3 of them were back there.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, Mini Wormut. They don't want to take cash anymore. They're forcing the digital stuff. So that's all they're doing. That's why you got the Fed now. Look that up, and you'll realize why they ain't taking cash. Car repairs, Charles. Cars don't break down. It's not like they manufacture them to fail or something.
Hey, what generation are you in?
Wait, do they have a service industry for auto repair? If they did, then I would question it. Possibly your car could fail. Yeah, I'm just being sarcastic. Talked to a guy once at a local company out here that makes refrigerators for this huge brand name. He goes, yeah, we engineer them to last for 5 years. I said, so you're engineering them to break after 5 years? He kind of looked at me funny. He goes, no, we make them last 5 years. And I'm like, yeah, so in 5 years they break. When the old ones would last 40, 50 years. So, you know, even the engineers ain't paying attention. Well, thank you, Charles. He said he's been up and he managed to get a nap in between the shows and still
Nice.
show. Thank you, Charles. We appreciate that. And I think I'll try to get a nap tomorrow at work, but it's a good chance that won't happen. Some kind of goofy thing they want me to work to get paid. I don't understand the whole thing. Are you yawning after Charles just said he was napping?
No.
Ashley.
I don't know what she's. I don't know. I don't know a damn thing.
Well, you guys, we'll probably go ahead and call it an evening so we can figure out what we're gonna.
Well, a lot
do
longer
dinner-wise.
than what we were planning on.
No, sometimes let's say here I've gone on for 3 hours.
No, we were talking about maybe a half-hour show.
I said I don't know if we're ever gonna make it past 30 minutes, because we're pretty much just only had the one thing to talk about, but we had a bunch. So
Yep.
but we'll go and let you guys go, Charles, and thank you for showing up, and the rest of you. It shows other people there. We appreciate it. Mini Wormut, it's going to be fun to see you out there, and we'll have to figure out. We'll figure out something for maybe next week. Probably maybe going to do Star Wars. Sounds like a good idea. You don't plan on getting another car? You're done? Yeah. It's one of those things I don't want. I mean, there's new cars and all this stuff, but I don't want no more payments. My car is paid off. I'd rather just fix it than be in debt. When's your show, Mini Wormut? They said join your show. When's your show? When is your show? Well, come say hi. Huh?
Didn't type.
Oh my God. You don't know? Okay. Well, yeah. Whatever your show is, let me know. We'll come join you.
I think he joins everyone
But
else's.
you're always like Wednesday nights. I see, like, we try to catch Chris's show. We really do. It's just really hard sometimes, given what we got going on. And like the other night it was just trying to do cleanup. Yeah, you could set a time limit on the show. that's a good thing to do too. Some places like we're setting an hour, we're setting 40 minutes. If you want to set it a half hour, do that and then end it. I'm kind of one of those. I try
it depends on what we have going on.
I mean, well, you know, Mini Warm-Up, you've seen the show sit here and last an hour to 3 hours or more sometimes. Depends. But I've been trying to keep it around an hour, hour and a half, so it doesn't, so people can do what they got to do. And I appreciate anyone. So is Ashley coming around and saying hi. So, well, a 30-minute show might be a good idea. You know, you'll just stare at the webcam and make them uncomfortable.
Wow. Okay,
Like,
that sounds like Keegan would do.
Big eyes, puppy eyes. So don't say nothing for 30 minutes. Just stare at him. Maybe once in a while wave. You know, something like that could work.
Well, I mean,
or in case you're married, you just hold up the "I don't feel safe" sign. You know, in case you don't want them to get angry if they see you. If they see you. That was gonna be my little joke. I was gonna hold it up behind you and go, "I don't feel safe." No, not funny. Okay, well, apparently it's not funny, but I thought it was. But you most definitely can make them feel uncomfortable. Why not?
Yeah.
Are you okay, babe? What? Uh-oh. Thanks, Brian. He was going to get me help. I'm telling you, I sincerely did that to my doctor once because she was a lady. And I was sitting there chit-chatting, and I said, you never asked me if I feel safe at home. And she looked at me, she goes, "Oh my God, do you?" And I'm like, just joking. She's all okay. Your son-in-law was thinking about buying a car for you for emergencies and for the grandkid picking her up. Well, if you wanted to refuse the car, you could. You could. What do you... See what I mean? But yeah, I just... But if you... Is your car not... Will you stop? Sometimes she thinks she's funnier than she is. So if you do it again, I can see it this time.
Can you know?
Stop. Yeah, she is. That'll be on me. She's getting freaky. Time to go, people. Well, we'll see you. You're right. You guys have fun. Thank you for coming by. Stop it, Ashley.